This is Ken Makovsky, author of the blog My Three Cents, and this is a welcome back to the next part of our interview with Paul Smurl of the New York Times. Paul, I just wondered, what should communications professionals or brand management know about this new media environment that would enable them to get their clients in the New York Times?
Yeah.
On the digital side particularly, but anywhere.
Well, so while I'm not a journalist, I do talk to them on a daily basis, and I'd say the best advice there is to tell really rich stories, including the use of multimedia. I think it's an important way to enhance a story. I mean, our journalists are interested in telling great stories, and to the extent someone has a really interesting story to tell, then that's something that we think is newsworthy and worthy of our readers' time and attention. Then it's something we'll write about. But I'd say that's number one.
Yeah. Also, I'm just kind of wondering how the journalists themselves amplify what they're writing about, and are they into amplifying what they're writing about?
Absolutely. Again, it goes back to what we were saying earlier about that normal distribution curve, and we do have some reporters and columnists who are very much adapting to and embracing ways in which to amplify their message through Twitter, Facebook, interactions through blog posts with their audience, their readers. But the answer is absolutely yes. It's just not completely uniform at this stage. And
you mean in terms of people doing it?
That's right. That's right.
So obviously you're encouraging
definitely encouraging folks. One of the things we've done recently is to create a social media editor group or pod, a group of 6-7 people who will go around to individual news desks and help them figure out ways in which they can amplify their stories through social media, and how to do that, the sort of techniques involved, the tools available to them, how to monitor social media and what's playing in social media in terms of what's trending and how their own stories are doing there. So that's something that we've invested in and are seeing some success with.
And really my last question, I'm just curious, I'm sure there are a lot of bloggers out there that are listening. Curious, does a blogger have an opportunity of getting getting coverage from the New York Times?
We don't do the sort of thing we were talking about earlier that Lou Dvorkin has instituted over at Forbes, which is to create really a publishing platform for hundreds, if not thousands, of bloggers. So that is not something that we've thought about yet. But you never say never to these sorts of things. In the meantime, anyone who wants to submit a letter to the editor or an op-ed piece is absolutely welcome to do that, and we get thousands and thousands of submissions that we pour through there. But that's a great way to get published in the New York Times.
Thanks a lot.
My pleasure.